Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and all you people sitting in your house trapped. Let me tell you a little story. Have you ever heard of the story of Corona the Wise? He infected everybody in the land, and at the end of the day, there was only three. That's right. Three Studley, Herculean individuals with the IQ of 1,000,000 defending a galaxy far, far away. They were known as the New Force Order.
For life.
Podcast. It's a Star Wars podcast. It's by us, the fans. And it's for you, the fans. For all you people who are home bored out of your mind because you got nothing to do. You done seen everything you want to see on Disney Plus and Netflix and Hulu and all the other streaming services. Thank you for giving us your ears, because now we're going to make sweet love to your lobes a la NFO style. Along with me, I have a malicious, vindictive, pissed off Sith Lord, and I have a sarcastic yet witty, thunder stealing yet pretty, Corona having medical droid. No, not the virus. It is his brand of oil that he uses for his lube jobs. Boys, smarten up the marks.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Dark Lord of the podcast, the Sith Ari, the Rampaging Reverend Kiss, the Butcher, your boy Spiro, a.k.a. Darth Spiridon.
Spiro sounded very, very disinterested today. And I am smarter than 21B, more technical than FX7, the god of stealing thunder. And the man who really wonders if Jango Fett's head was still functional for 10 seconds after it was decapitated. Dr. Destroyer, Alex Arroyo.
Things that make you go,
Exactly.
Spiro, do you have to report to the doctor?
Well, no, man. I actually, well, you know what? I'm just going to say it, guys. I'm going to admit it. I botched my own shit. I forgot my own intro. Was lost in thought there for about a second or two.
Doc, what are you doing? Doc, stop it!
Sorry, is so excited right now. The show is back on. Oh my god!
What paint are you mixing over there?
I'm mixing flesh tone, baby.
Flesh tone. Is that for your fleshlight?
Your
Sarlacc pit pocket.
You know, we should make those. We should make the Sarlacc pit fleshlight. We should make the Jabba the Hutt fleshlight, a space worm fleshlight. What else could we do? Let's see. Oh, how about what was that thing in the Kessel Run that they were getting sucked in by?
Oh, the gravitational well.
Yeah, the gravitational well fleshlight. That one's gonna be a popular one.
We can make a Rose. We can make a Rose Tico fleshlight because she'll get more action with the fleshlight that she did in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm just killing.
Yes,
I like killing her. I said I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, you said killing. Oh, sorry.
I'm not killing. Coronavirus is killing. If you want to believe that. Anyway.
I'm on the front lines, motherfucker. Of course I believe it. This guy, everything's at work with this guy over here.
I think it'll work. I'm not saying it's not real. Just saying the hype and the drama and the panic is oversaturated, overplayed, in order to get everybody in this frenzy.
All right,
you know what, man?
Let's stay on target. Stay on target.
You know what, though, man? The problem is, man, that we live amongst such filthy fucking animals, And if people were a little bit more fucking mindful of their hygiene, maybe we wouldn't need to be in all this shit right now.
Listen, this is a society we live in where people will spend $1,000 for a cell phone, but won't spend $30 a month for a gym membership to get themselves in shape, or won't even spend the extra $5 or $3 or $10 shopping to get healthier food, rather just snack on Pop-Tarts instead of snacking on thunder and lightning like Rocky, the greasy Italian stallion, or snacking on danger and dining on death. Well,
Well, tell him, Hawk.
What a rush!
Nice. I got a funny
Jesus
story.
Christ, what the fuck is happening to us here?
We were in a locker room one time, and Monster Mac was sitting next to me, and we get the news that Hawk is dead. He just passed away, unfortunately. And Mac, being the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, he was on point without missing a beat. He goes, "Well, I'm dead." And I just died laughing. Shout out to Monster Mac. I love you, brother. Sorry for blowing up your spot, but that story is just too good not to be told. Anyhow. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't noticed by now, this is a Star Wars podcast. We haven't mentioned a goddamn thing about Star Wars because it is a very, very, very light news week. Thanks to our buddy, your buddy, everybody's buddy, the coronavirus. Stealing all the headlines and thunder like their name was Alex Arroyo. But we got a little something for you tonight. We'll hopefully fulfill a couple of minutes and entertain you people because, we all know everybody needs it right about now. So, boys, Spiro, you said you came across a couple of things. What'd you come across?
Well, you know what, man? It's funny that you had mentioned Rose Tico at the start of the show. Matter of fact, there was an... What's up?
I wasn't being a ring general and just leading it towards that direction?
Of course. Anyway, it's always funny mentioning Rose Tico, though, so we're all right.
Listen, I love Kelly Marie Tran. She's
It's
beautiful and she's a great actress. Anyhow, go on.
There was an article. Apparently, there's a documentary or a behind-the-scenes special feature or some shit on the rise of Skywalker. And in the article, they had to make this, the whole article was just based on the fact that she got more screen time in this documentary than in the actual film. Did we really need a whole fucking article based on this? I mean, by now, it's like, why are we still going back to this shit? Why? That's my question.
We know why. It's because everybody loved her when she was in the Last Jedi, and we didn't see her at all when she was Rise of Skywalker. So all the SJWs who needed their fix of a hard, strong female character, because we didn't have enough with fucking Rey, needed to talk about Kelly Marie Tran. For what reasons? Why? Who nobody fucking cares. Shitty character. Leave it with fucking Jar Jar. I'm done.
That's it, man.
Rant over. All right.
So what do you think there, Pop?
Tell me, Papa Don, why you like her so much.
Yes, I like her. One.
She's and a don't great say because she's Asian. That doesn't count.
No, it has nothing to do with it. She's a good actress. All right. She brought something different to the role visually. Now,
she was Chinese?
Yeah, hold on. Let me get down this path. We don't have too many Asian actresses or actors in the Star Wars universe in main roles. Now, the reason why people were
Two words. Newt Gunray.
That's right.
He's not. He's
those
an
fucking
alien.
separatists were fucking Asian.
Watch this. Wait. Let me try that again. Newt Gunray. Watch this.
Oh shit! This motherfucker spitting.
All right. Anyhow, Ewan.
She's Asian.
Okay.
Listen, if she was
she's
Asian,
a good actress. No, she's a good actress. Hold on, she's a good actress, right? The only problem is, let's face it, the haircut they gave her looked horrible. That was the first thing. I don't know what they were thinking. They tried to give her like an engineer haircut. I get it. All right, she's not gonna have a glamour cut because she works doing engineer stuff in the ships. That's fine. I like the backstory with her and her sister. Unfortunately, her sister passed away really quick. I think it's expressed more in a book or something, or a comic or something like that. The whole Canto Bite scene, which is the main story of her fish. She just followed the script, bro. Pin me, pay me. You can't hate her for that. It's just the way the guy written the movie. And then the thing with Poe. I mean, not Poe. With Finn. She almost kills him to save him. It wasn't the greatest writing, but I get the gist of it. They were trying to make a point because they've done it a different way. Yeah, I mean, I think so, but whatever. You know what I mean? You can't fault her for that. And as far as Rise of Skywalker goes, most of her scenes were with Leia, and unfortunately, they didn't look too well with the refurbishing of Leia from the unused footage. So they decided not to use it because they didn't want to hinder the movie. Even if they did use it, wouldn't matter. They probably would have ended up on the cutting room floor to keep it at 2.5 hours anyway. You know what I mean? You're not going to put in a line by Palpatine explaining that he's a clone, but you're going to leave scenes with her in it? Come on. Disney just blew the pooch on that one, if you ask me. They should have made it a 3-hour movie and left all the stuff in that's going to be in the JJ cut if they ever release it. But that's just me.
You know what, man? This just seems like the whole Last Jedi debate, the whole Kelly Marie Tran debate is also going to be something that'll never go away, man. And and I'm sure that all three of us agree, nothing against her. She's a fine actress. She does what she does. It's not her fault that her character got so much heat. But I think that we need to just move on from The Last Jedi, and we need to move on from
your favorite
how much
movie.
Screen time Kelly Marie Tran got. Again, would there be much of a fucking stink made if she were a straight white male? Probably not. But anyways,
there would have been a backward stink where they would have said, "Oh, she had too much screen time. Why'd they give her a whole Canto Bite fucking thing? Why'd they make her the keeper of the cattle prod to stop people like Eric said last week from deserting a volunteer army?"
Yeah,
of course.
Exactly.
Listen,
but that's
you gotta realize a couple of things. Number one, sometimes we overanalyze it, and when you overanalyze something, you just realize it's just a movie. You're not gonna be happy, no matter who you are. I mean,
right.
if you really want to break down The Last Jedi, I see the point of view of everybody who hates it. Spiro, I see your point of view. At the end of the day, what was the number one complaint that we had with Episode 7, The Force Awakens? It was
as New Hope.
Yeah. Well, people don't realize that Episode 1 is the same movie. I've said it before a million times. I'll say it again. But what do? They give you something completely, totally different. 100% totally different. Exactly what you asked for. Something different. We don't want to retread. We don't want to rehash. And then you go, whoa. This isn't like Empire Strikes Back. Wait, what? Canto Bite? What? This? That? You can't kill Snoke. What are you doing? No, Luke can't die. Look, man, it's not your story. Sit back and enjoy it. If it was like this with Empire would have been freaking crucified. I don't want to hear anything about it. It was totally different and darker. You're gonna go see Yoda, the Jedi Master, the ancient one. What are you expecting to see? Maybe an old Chinese guy or something like that compared to old
Minoru Suzuki in a robe.
I'd be dope. I'd be awesome.
But
what do you get? You get a puppet, a green little puppet. Forget about it. Everybody would have been pissed off. You know what I mean? Oh, that's offensive to midgets, or whatever they would have complained about. So come on, man. Look.
The Lollipop Guild has a problem with this.
Exactly. But anyway, look. Whether you love it or hate it, movie's over. That's it. Episode 9 is over. Supposedly, Skywalker Saga's over. Now they're doing books. And in 2022, they're dropping a new movie. We don't know what it is. I don't even think they know what it is. Who knows? All I know is there's rumors and speculations and innuendos. All we have to look forward to is Mandalorian Season 2 coming in October. They finished filming. There's rumors. that Kathleen Kennedy got thrown off the set.
Oh, was that the rumor? Because I saw a rumor
what?
this week that
This is
she
past
was going to be the
rumor.
showrunner.
No, this is a past rumor, and obviously it was debunked. She's the one who gave the green light on the show. Why would she freaking want to freaking be on the set and get thrown out? Now there's another rumor that Spiro brought up. Spiro, enlighten them.
Yes, so there was another article that Ryan Johnson wished he
Malaka.
could have tested. What?
The one
What's
about
the other
Kathleen
rumor?
Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy's trying to sabotage season 2 of Mandalorian.
I don't know. I don't
Didn't
know
you
about
post it
that
in the
one.
conversation?
I posted
Was that me?
Kathleen Kennedy rumored to be ruining the Mandalorian.
Oh, that was
season
Alex.
2.
My bad, Spiro. You're not a Malaka.
Bitch.
He's kind of a Malaka, but all right. Rumor mill is currently spinning a tale of drama during the Mandalorian second season. YouTuber Doomcock, our boy Doomcock with the mask,
He's
is
a
claiming
herb.
that Kathleen Kennedy's eager to tie the show directly to the rise of Skywalker and use it to fill in all the film's many plot holes. This would mean the upcoming season would explain how Palpatine survived, what he was doing in Exegol, and the various clones of Snoke he had lying about. Kennedy's also reportedly eager to make Baby Yoda literally a reborn form of Yoda himself, and Favreau and Dave Filoni are battling her to stop this. All right, so drama,
Oh, man.
of course.
I don't believe it.
But exactly, based on the source, Doomcock could suck a cock, so it's fine.
What was that?
Let me tell
That's
you
my
something.
that's my Star
man.
Wars clapper that we just went up. I have to clap it back on. Hold on.
What's going on? Use the
Beating
force,
it.
man.
Duck one, blow the spot.
There you go. Now my clapper's back on, so now my light goes back on.
Yeah, after you.
Listen, man. As far as these rumors go, I'm not gonna go into it. Does it seem far fetched? No. But until something a little more concrete surfaces, I'm not gonna waste time and shit with this.
Wow, I thought you would be all over this like white on rice.
Oh man, you have no fucking idea, dude. Man, but I don't want to be that fucking jackass like fucking that prick Jeremy bust a huge nut and then everything turns out to be bullshit,
Yeah, I get it.
Listen,
You want to
But
be?
fuck that bitch, man. Yo, if she's really doing this shit,
there he goes.
sorry.
There he goes.
If
There he
she-
goes.
You know what, man? I wouldn't pass this shit. I wouldn't put it past her, man. You know, man, because she's that type of meddling
How do you know?
fucking
know-
studio executive, man.
do you know-
All right?
Do you know her personally? Now you
I
sound
don't
like
know
a
her
smart
personally. I
So
don't
then
know
you
her
don't know
personally,
her.
but there is a lot of articles, documented articles and interviews from people who have worked with her on fucking sets, stemming from fucking Solo to Rogue One, etc. It's and do we need any further proof than the Last Jedi, which apparently she was more eager to make a political statement than actually make the correct film. Come on, man.
Or do you think it's Bob Iger at the time? Who knows? We don't know. That's the thing. You guys, you're going off dirt sheets and you're going off clickbait articles and going off freaking the internet news. You know what? 9/10 of that stuff is fake. Only the stuff that we report here, I would say, is most legit. And because we do our research, we don't just jump at the
Right.
waist. You're
You're
presenting
right,
your facts
right.
right now with feelings. Search your feelings. You know it to be
I'm
true.
supposed to, man.
You
I'm
hate
the
her.
fucking
You hate her
Sith
because
Lord,
she didn't
bro.
make you a
Shit.
gyro. I get it. I get it.
He is the dark side.
Listen.
So it is
Yeah, I
kinda
know.
Listen, but let's fucking break kayfabe for 2 seconds, man. Let's just say this: the leaks, the Star Wars leaks, with the Rise of Skywalker leaks, which turned out to be true, and that's not, what? And again, man, this can all be bullshit, but do I put it past her? No, man, absolutely not.
Well, listen, she's out in 2021, right? Her contract ends. So, you think she wants to go out with a bad note, or do you think she wants to go out with a bang? She put this on blast on Disney Plus. She gave it the green light. She hit a grand slam at the bottom of the ninth with 3 balls and 2 strikes with this show. why mess with something when you don't have to? You know what I mean? She wants to go out on a high horse saying, "Hey, look what I did for Disney."
I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
She's a great producer,
and
bro.
I ask myself the same question, but people have a bad habit of fixing shit that ain't broke.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
not disagreeing with you.
Again, I'm not gonna commit 100% to believing in this shit, but bro, it's fucking Hollywood, it's fucking movie land, TV land. It's something that they have a habit of doing, fixing what ain't broke. I don't know.
All right, well, I guess we'll have to wait and find out. I mean, I personally don't think she's gonna do a damn thing to mess up something that's gonna make her look better than she actually is and continue her legacy with Disney.
Right.
Doc, what are you
Makes
painting
sense,
over there?
I'm painting
my nuts.
Minoru Suzuki. Speaking of Minoru Suzuki, look, I'm making my.
Oh, dope.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Like Suzuki.
He's
on my list. He's on my list.
To wrestle?
Yeah.
That guy will fucking stiff you all day, boy.
Stiff him back. I don't give a fuck.
He's an old man. He can kick his ass. Don't worry.
What were you gonna say?
Me? Nothing. I'm good.
Oh, we're doing a podcast here. Hate to break the news to you. You should talk.
Shit.
We don't want your mom coming to us saying, "Hey, why you don't let my hijo talk? My hijo, he's
my mother is currently busy right now. She's admitted to the hospital with the coronavirus that you don't believe in, by the way.
I didn't say I don't believe in the virus. I said the hype is not real. Anyhow.
Hype is real. Believe it, people. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. They're fucking raping everybody out here.
No, not my mijo. Let my mijo talk, please. My favorite episode is episode 7. Wepa! I love you, mijo.
My mother's Italian. She's not Puerto Rican. My dad's Puerto Rican.
Oh, I didn't know that. How am I supposed to know that? Now you just killed my heat. Thanks, kid.
My bad, Dago. Oh, by the way, speaking of jokes, I just told my in-laws, the Jewish ones, the canoe joke.
Would they pop?
I had to explain it to them, which is even worse, but that's beside the point.
Huh?
Oh,
what do you mean? I don't get it. Hey, Alex, it's beautiful. What is that, velvet?
Unfortunately, they don't sound like
When
the guy
they
from
got
the fucking
it,
barbershop that I'm Coming to America.
He kicked Joe Lewis's ass.
They give you that like long silent look, like motherfucker.
Listen, their Jewish princess daughter married a half Puerto Rican, half WAP fucking physician. They're all right. Don't worry.
What nationality is your wife? She from Israel?
Born in Israel. She's Israeli. She's also Iraqi and Israeli.
Iraqi?
Wow.
She's an Iraqi Jew.
Wow.
That's cool, bro.
Interesting.
Yep, I had to check the car for fucking car bombs every goddamn time I started.
Is she the beneficiary on the life insurance?
Not yet. I have a rolling beneficiary. My ex-wife gets most of the money, but it's like a rolling year thing. So, if I would have died when I first started paying my ex-wife, then she gets all the money. But now it's like 50-50 at this point.
They're going to conspire together.
Right now.
Stay alive, brother. Stay alive. Uh-oh.
Oh, there she is.
Call the FBI, bro.
Why are you talking shit about me?
Tell her to stop coughing on the Tell her to stop coughing on the matzah.
Really
Papa Don asked me who you, what nationality you were, where you from. That's all. We're just talking shop over here. Okay? Can I go back to my podcast now, baby?
We'll make you famous.
Who are you saying about me?
Nothing.
Tell her.
We love you.
Tell her to stop coughing on the matzah.
Papa Don said stop coughing on the matzah. He said he wants some latkes.
Ask her what's the difference between a Jew and a canoe.
Hey, he wants to know the difference between a Jew and a canoe is.
You already told me that joke. Wow, I didn't know your podcast was racist.
It's not racist. It's hilarious.
It's humor.
It's not racist. It is racially insensitive.
Yes.
Lost a bunch of followers, and Jews are real big nerds.
She just said we lost a bunch of followers. Like, that's all right. We got the 3 people we have. It doesn't matter anyways.
Yeah. Tell her to go back in the kitchen and make you a sandwich. I dare you. You don't have the balls to say it.
Papa Don just said.
He has a fucking background.
Papa Don just said go back to the kitchen and make him a sandwich.
Sorry.
No, I said to make you a sandwich.
She just no sold. She's no sold you on that one.
But I didn't say you said it wrong, you fucking pussy.
Well, back to the kitchen and make me a sandwich.
There we go.
Ooh, she
Ah.
Go get tested now.
Oh, dance the sandwich over here, Spider. Dance it.
I'm not getting laid for the next 2 years, guys. Thanks.
It's all right.
Oh well.
Now, do you guys? Now you guys can do the remix instead of "Past the 40" and what was the song? "Past the 40" and "Spin the Top," whatever it was, by Young Black Teenagers. You guys know that show?
God, yeah.
Tap the bottle and twist the cap, right?
There you go.
Tap the bottle and twist the cap. I was gonna say tap the Corona and forget about it. Anyhow. Wah, wah, wah. So moving on. Nothing to see here. These aren't the jokes you're looking for. So what else we got, boys? Any other news? We just wasted 25 minutes.
Listen, we have to fill the show with something. I mean, at this point, we could talk shit about nothing. A disabled Flash, that's not working. Oh, there was a photo that popped up this week of Dark Ray sitting on the throne, on the Emperor's throne at Exegol.
That's right.
That was the background kind of shot that we saw JJ giving some direction, but unfortunately, Daisy Ridley's laughing as she sits in the throne. So clearly, it was in between takes.
Was it?
Was it? What's the question? Was there a scene?
Why would she be dressed? Why would she be dressed as a Dark Sith Lord or a Dark Ray when that was on the set of the ruins of the Death Star?
Yeah, it's possible.
Interesting.
So is that JJ cut out there?
You know what?
JJ cut. I want to see.
I really hope so. But me, if I was doing a Force vision, I would have had her on the throne with the whole like Sith army and shit, man. You know, kneeling down and shit. Like show the full extent of what could have been if she did turn to the dark side.
Your vision not canon like Revan is.
There we go.
That's a good one. Another article that came out this week. That was I really hope it's not true. But Screen Rant had posted that the Star Wars theory, Rey and the Force Ghost will create the new Jedi Order. Do we really want to see Force Ghosts training the new Jedi Order?
Why not?
Do you want to see that? Really? I don't want to see that.
What do you want to see, Doc?
I don't want to see that. I want to see. I want to flash forward 20 years and have 20 fucking years. All right, not
so you're gonna wait 20 years
because I'll be fucking dead.
For the next movie to come out?
Yeah, because I'll be dead. And I want to see. I don't want to see Rey in it. I just want the hint that Rey read all the Jedi text, learned everything she needed to learn, harnessed the dark side, harnessed the light side, and was able to train a new Jedi Order. And now, 20 years later, we have a new Jedi Order. Independent of the Skywalkers, independent of Rey, independent of all the bullshit that was going on, and now a new threat emerges in the galaxy.
Guys, I'm with that, man.
And I want to see Jedi abound. I want to see whatever this new thing pops up to be. Probably not Sith because they're gone.
I hate to break it to you.
What? Tell me.
You just described the High Republic.
The High Republic. Yes, I know.
So you are getting it.
I'm excited. So I'm going to see the High Republic, but in reverse.
Yeah, 200 years in the past as opposed to 20 years in the future.
Oh, good. I'll take it.
I would love to see a movie where Rey takes Finn under her wing, makes her first student, then with Force Ghosts or without, preferably with, to get more and more Hamill, train a bunch of kids and a bunch of people, and they form their first Jedi, the new Jedi Order, right? And then, obviously, because the light rises, you got to find the darkness to meet in order for there to be balance. We get a new villain, like the Yuzon Vong. You can call him fucking something else if you want, but have it where it's like a big group of alien folk from the Outer Rim, where the Force, they're immune to the Force, have to fight the Jedi.
Oh, I like it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Look, man, that sounds good. I just don't want a bunch of fucking half fucking invisible people teaching a class and shit. It just, to me, it won't look right, you know.
You know what that sounds like? The New York City public school system.
It'll be like Harry Potter meets Star Wars. That's exactly what it'd be like.
Hey, talking about a fucking threat, didn't they introduce when after the Force Awakens come out in some novelization, didn't they introduce this threat from the Outer Rim called the fucking Gris?
Yeah, that was supposed to be during the trilogy of Thrawn, which took place between episode 3 and or the Clone Wars, and they were fighting Thrawn's people. What were they called? Thrawn's people? The Chiss, right? The Chiss and the Gris.
Chiss. Yeah.
The Chiss, the Gris, and everything but Alexa Bliss. So.
You know what, man? Hey, what about this? What about this for a film, right? So Rey is technically the only Jedi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what if she went on some kind of a pilgrimage, and she ended up finding fucking, you know, she could start off with
here we go.
Fucking
here we go.
Finn.
3,
okay,
2,
he can
1.
What?
No, come on, I know where you're going with this.
All right, and you're pretty much retelling the fucking story of Jesus, but with her and the new students and shit. And then the public turns on her and shit.
Will there be 12 of them?
And what?
Will there be 12 students?
12, fucking 10, 12, fucking 20.
Will they be called the Jedi Apostles?
Call them
the Apostles of the Light.
Yeah, right. Anyways, man, I was just thinking how interesting it might be if they try doing that, you know.
I got one better. I thought you were going somewhere else. This is where I thought you were going. She forms a Jedi Order. She has all these students. Lo and behold, they go on treasure hunts to go find some Jedi relics and all this stuff to build their own Jedi temple. And what do they find? What do they find frozen in what do they find frozen in carbonite? Or frozen in suspended animation?
Revan.
But Revan, who was Sith Revan.
Yeah.
And never turned back to the light.
Yeah, man. That would be crazy.
So now Revan fucking starts going against them and fucking bounces and starts forming his Sith army. And then we have the Jedi versus Sith in a battle royale to the death.
Yeah, they're not going to go back to the Sith again, I think. I think the Sith is buried and dead.
I think a lot of people would probably be against that.
I know.
For some. But that would be cool. You know what, man? They should do that, but with the shit that's gonna come out now, man. Like maybe find somewhere, you know, because come on, man, to be honest, they're gonna have to retcon a lot of shit as far as
listen. Hasbro's coming out with Revan Sabers, right?
Yeah.
Why? Why did Hasbro decide to come out all of a sudden to make his sabers? Yeah, I'm telling you, he's gonna be the bad Sith that's behind this fucking Viking group. And then our joke is not gonna be funny anymore because you're gonna be like, I told you, motherfuckers, he's canon. Booyah! You gonna drop the stupid mic. New Gunray, Revan's canon. Yeah, boy.
This motherfucker's spitting.
You could be like Flavor Flav.
Yo,
yeah, boy. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Sorry.
It's a sequel. Yo, but do you really think that's gonna be it, man? Do you really think they're gonna bring back Revan just to have him be the guy behind this band of fucking
you need a baddie.
Shit? You need a baddie, but I mean, you know what, man? There has to be somebody that is dark side somewhere out there.
Well, there has to be because it has to continue. You got to continue it to Plagueis, which is continued to Sheev, which is continued to Maul, which is, you know what I mean? You have to start building that lineage, even if they're in the shadows, you know? You can't just leave it open-ended like that. We all know because of the novelization. I guess that we could talk about that if you guys know anything about it. The novelization is coming out, I think that the 31st, the same day as the Blu-ray. For Rise of Skywalker. A couple people have it early, and people have been doing reviews about the book, and it's adding a lot of things to canon and different things. Like Darth Plagueis is mentioned in the book by Sidious as him being his master that he assassinated. So the story that he told told Anakin in episode 3 isn't just a story. It's now canonized that it is actually him, and that Darth Plagueis was his master. And I found out that the whole spider creature that was in the lagoon where they find the on Mustafar, where they find the Wayfinder, they filmed that scene and they took it out. Yeah, they filmed the scene and they took it out.
Killing me.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. I'm telling you, man, this JJ cut is real, dude. And I'm pretty sure that if it's real, you know, people are gonna like the movie a lot more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Are we ever gonna see it? Doubtful.
Well, I heard there's a 4-hour cut to episode 1 and episode 7. I'd like to see all that. Bring it in.
4-hour cut.
4-hour cut episode 1. I'd rather cut my fucking dick off and watch that.
Yo. A 4 fucking hour cut of
I'd rather cut my dick in 4 hours and watch that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I heard you the first time, Doc. Thank you.
Sorry. It was such a good joke. I had to say it again.
Yeah. Almost as good as the canoe joke. Anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell, it was a very dull week in Star Wars. But I have a topic to bring up. I asked you guys, do you guys have a topic we can talk about? Because I came up with one.
All right.
No? Yes? Maybe?
Well, hey, you want to talk real quick about Rian Johnson saying that he wished he could have test screened the last
Yeah. Go ahead. Enlighten the people.
Yo, all I'm
But
gonna
if you
say
were
is,
RJ.
motherfucker, you fucking should have. That's all I'm gonna say. You fucking should have, because can you imagine what the fandom might have been like nowadays if fucking this motherfucker went and he test screened it and he got feedback? Now, would he be like, you know what? All right, let me fix this, and that, or would he be the motherfucker that I see him to be and be like, fuck you, that's my movie, it's gonna stay like this, you don't like it, suck a dick? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not in those words, but sure. I mean, look, man, he can't test screen a Star Wars movie. No Star Wars movie has ever been test screened to any audiences in the past. So why would they test screen his? You know what I mean? They're trying to keep it real or trying to keep it as George did it. Whatever. But
I hear you.
If he would have test screened it, would it have been a different movie? Of course. Would it have been his movie? Probably not. And then what would have happened? Maybe we wouldn't have this divisiveness. Maybe he would have had all boo-boo face and would have quit, and they would have to bring someone else to finish the film. Who knows? We're going down the land of make-believe, and we will never know. And to those people who liked Episode 8, they'd be pissed off. Because, again, we can't please everybody.
Yeah, but think about this. Think about a world where The Last Jedi is unanimously, praised. There would be a motherfucker right now by the name of Jaded Jeremy who would be out of fucking business. Okay?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not saying that I wish him, to be out of business, but
yes, you are. Keep it real. In the
people like him, negative motherfuckers like him would have to go look for a fucking new act. They'd have to come up with a fucking new act and a new way to make money.
Agreed. You'd be making fun of Harry Potter at this point, so it's fine.
Well, fuck Harry Potter. I mean, shit.
That's the new Wolverine, man. Be careful.
No way. No way.
That was the rumor.
Yeah.
Nah, really?
Almost like your double agent theory.
Yeah, suck it.
The rumor I fucking heard was it was going to be Cavill, man.
Yeah, it's another.
Yeah, I heard that one too.
That he's not gonna play Superman and shit.
You know who they should get to cast as Wolverine? They should get. There's 3 people I have on my list that they should get. One, they should get the dude who, what's his name? Oh, I can't remember now.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. He's my first choice. Okay.
He has got it. Yeah.
2, the guy who played Punisher. All right.
Wait, which one?
On the Netflix show.
Oh, fucking John Bernthal?
John Bernthal. But probably not, because I heard they're bringing Punisher into the MCU, so it's probably not going to happen. The third person I would put. There's 4 people actually. Third person is Jax from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, too blonde, too pretty.
Hair dye. Duh. Um,
Too pretty.
and the fourth person,
You motherfucking Jackman.
No, the fourth person who I would pick to play Wolverine, even though Hugh Jackman obviously is a great choice because he's actually did it in the past, would
Joey
be
Janela. Sorry.
No. Joey Tell. No.
That healing factor didn't bring that ear back, by the way.
Pop. Clint Eastwood's son, Scott Eastwood.
Never heard.
Because Clint Eastwood looks like Wolverine, dude. And he looks just like his pops, except younger version. Give him some testosterone, put him on a freaking regimen, get this guy jacked in 6 months, and you can put him in the freaking movie, and he could be the new Wolverine, dude.
I sent you guys that photo that Indian comedian Kamal Nanjiani did,
and you gush all over it. I'm like, are you kidding me? It looks nothing like Wolverine.
It was hilarious. Indian Wolverine would be the fucking greatest Wolverine ever. I died. That dude was jacked.
The dude got fucking jacked, man.
That's because he's in the movie The Eternal.
Who's he playing now? Right. Okay. Yeah. Who's he playing though?
Some Eternal. I have no idea. I don't even know what the Eternals are. I mean, I know what they are. I don't know their backstory. I know that Jack Kirby's answer to the New Gods, which was his take in DC. So, whatever. It is what it is.
No matter what it is, it's gonna suck.
Well, you know what? Here's before I go down my topic. Do you guys pick a topic you guys want to talk about real quick, so maybe we can debate or no?
I thought you have a topic.
I do.
What do you have? So what do you got?
I will. All right, guys. Don't gang up on me here. I want to ask you guys this. Article came out by Fantatrack saying that the prequels felt more like Star Wars than the sequels. What do you got? What's your guys' take on it? Do you guys agree? Disagree?
Yeah. In many ways, it did. You know, part of the reason why it did was because it was what do you call it? You know, man, it was. Listen, man, the one thing that the sequels have over the prequels and the original trilogy is cinematography is better, dialogue is better, acting is better, special effects are fucking better. You know, it's like the prequels, love them or fucking hate them, they felt more like Star Wars because, to be honest, man, the original trilogy had a lot of corny shit in it, you know, and it just felt like, you know, it felt there was a lot of awesome things, but there were some things that felt kind of fucking hokey pokey. You know what I'm saying?
Hokey pokey. You all right?
Yeah. You know, right. Corona, man. That's all.
All right. So here's my opinion. I think the original the prequels felt more like Star Wars because we had episode 4, 5, and 6, and we knew there was a backstory sitting there somewhere. We had booked it for decades, thinking about, okay, we knew this battle happened between Obi-Wan and Anakin. Somehow Anakin was a Jedi, and somehow he turned to the dark side. We had heard these rumors from whatever comic book novelization that the battle happened on some lava planet, and he got burned from there, but we didn't know. So going into those movies, we already had the skeleton that was set up from Star Wars that we knew kind of bits and pieces of, kind of like that comic book that Eric said, oh, somebody told them, you know, the Koreans about Star Wars, and they wrote that comic book. So we knew little threads throughout the whole story. And then as we see those threads grow and become what we had wanted them to become, or what we thought they were going to be there, it filled in the gap for us that we already had head booked in our mind for decades. So you didn't have to make it feel like Star Wars because it was already Star Wars when it came to the story. The problem with the sequels is that we had no idea what was going to happen. There was no backstory that was potentially coming through there. Everything was new. The majority of the characters that we saw, save Han and Leia and 3PO and Chewie and Luke, were all new characters for the most part that were coming through that we knew nothing about. Yeah, we got new guys like Qui-Gon Jinn and Darth Tyrannus, but we knew that piece of the story and pieces of the story that made it feel more like Star Wars to us than this one, where pretty much everything was kind of we were blind coming in. So I actually agree with that.
Okay.
Pop.
Being that I love the sequel trilogy and I love the prequel trilogy, this was a very hard decision to try to make. I do agree with Spiro. Dialogue, acting, visual effects were better in the sequel trilogy. But the one thing about the prequel trilogy, very similar to the OT trilogy, is that there's one cohesive story and they talk to each other. 7, 8, and 9 obviously does not. And that's a major problem, in my opinion. A lot of people may say the prequels feel more like Star Wars because it all came out of George Lucas's mind as opposed to Disney. But I was thinking about this today after I read that article, and it kind of makes sense because 1 through 6 is just Vader's story. You know what I mean? His birth, his downfall, his redemption, and his legacy being passed on through his children. 7, 8, and 9, because there was such a big gap, we don't get to see his children grow. We see the tail end of their lives. And unfortunately, because that it doesn't talk to one another and each story doesn't talk to one another, it felt more like the EU than Star Wars. You know what I mean? Because I guess they cherry picked from the EU as well. But you could also say people are jaded because George didn't write the last 3 movies. So it's not coming from the same mental place the original 6 came from the same brain or the same wavelength. To say that 7, 8, and 9 does not feel like Star Wars is not true in my opinion. It does feel like Star Wars, but not as much as Star Wars as 1, 2, and 3 because of what Doc said. The continuality, the connective tissue, the fact that we knew about the Clone Wars, we knew about Obi-Wan and Vader, we knew about the Jedi Knights being the bearers of peace, guardians for peace for many generations. So there was somewhat, not as a blank canvas, but somewhat of some kind of picture that was already there. We just had to fill in the dots. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I don't want to say, I agree. I think 1, 2, and 3 are more tied to the Star Wars legacy we love, but 7, 8, 9 still feel like Star Wars to me. But I would have to say if I had to pick prequel or sequel, I would say 50-50. I can't pick. I'm on the fence.
Listen, man, you know what? You're right. To say that the sequel trilogy doesn't feel like Star Wars, I don't agree with that. I mentioned this a while back. I rewatched The Force Awakens, and on my second time seeing it, it felt a lot like Star Wars, and I actually loved that film. The other 2 films, man, you know how I feel about the other 2 films. You know that The Rise of Skywalker I thought was fucking awesome. They do feel like Star Wars, but like Doc said, also, it's like the prequel had that DNA that was already there for them to build on, and it was done by the man himself, George Lucas. So if people are gonna start comparing, of course, the prequel feels more like Star Wars.
Yeah, it's apples and oranges. I agree with you.
You know?
I agree with you.
Yeah.
So this is the topic I wanted to discuss real quick. Revenge of the Sith. Vader gets put in the Iron Mask. He gets put in his suit. He's on the table. They're attaching his limbs to his body. He gets up. And he asks the Emperor, the first thing he asks her, where's Padme? Is she all right? And then he lies to her and says, you killed her. Not that she's dead. You know what I mean? My question is, how does the Emperor know? How does he know?
How does he know what?
That Padme passed away. How does she know that that she died? He didn't know about the children. How did he know she died? I would even imagine. I would winner gyro dinner. I don't even know. I mean, because no one knew she was pregnant, except for obviously Obi-Wan finds out that tells her Anakin's the father, right? I don't think the Emperor knew she was, or if she did know she was pregnant, how come he didn't try looking for the kids if she died? You know what I mean? Like, how does she know she died? There's a theory out there that I think they should freaking canonize, and that's he drained the life force from her and put it into Anakin in order to keep him alive and have him as his apprentice. And I think that's great, clever editing, great booking. I mean, makes perfect sense. He was able to take essence from the dyad. You know what I mean? From Rey and Ben.
Yep.
Well, who's not to say that he couldn't do it for someone else?
It's better than her dying of a broken heart. That's for sure.
I mean, look,
bullshit.
Billy Ray Cyrus might get mad. You know, he likes that achy breaky heart shit. But you know, I mean, what are your guys' takes on it? If you had to approach this,
I think it's a great idea. I think if somehow they were able to tell that story, how would they shoehorn that in there? You know, I really
Disney Plus series.
I know.
One shot.
I really do want them to make this post Revenge of the Sith Jedi hunting cartoon, because I think it'd be fucking great. I think they could add a lot of things.
Live action.
Either way, it's fine. They could probably crank out a cartoon a little bit faster, but I think that would be a perfect vehicle for them to use that to explain little things like that. We could see the Jedi get hunted. We could see how Vader year one, if you will, and explain those little stupid things that George forgot to kind of, put the cherry on top of.
Man, a series like that, a post revenge film, that would be gold. And if done right, it would be the best thing they've ever done, But I like that though, man. I think that Palpatine using her life force to power Anakin to save his life in hopes of creating his fucking apprentice. I think that would be great, Yeah.
How dope would it be if the conclusion of that series is Anakin finding out that happened and then him facing the Emperor and the Emperor beating him like a fucking dog? They go through like a knockdown, drag out, master versus apprentice, and the Emperor has him. And then at the he thinks he's gonna get killed by him, and no, he just basically rebuilds him all over again and just gives him the ultimate punishment to make him a slave again.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Fucking amazing. That shit, dude. Why are we not writing Star Wars stuff right now? Can you tell me?
You're too busy painting fucking Thor's hammer. That's why.
Why did the three of us come up with better shit than 98% of the Star Wars universe right now?
Man. Who says that we can't? Who says that we can't do our
fucking
own
Disney,
shit?
because they're gonna sue our asses. That's why.
That's all right. Listen, man. If that funny guy from up in fucking Canada can go make his movie, right? Why can't we?
I'm down. Hey, if you guys want to see an NFL production, a fan film, a Star Wars fan film with the NFO, produced by the NFO, directed by the NFO, written by NFO, let us know. Give us some ideas that you guys want us to make the movie about, and you can send it to newforceorder@yahoo.com or go to our website, newforceorder.com, and let us know. And then guess what? If we get a good idea, we go to a good movie, and we get over with Disney, you'll be over with us. And speaking of who's over, we do a segment called, guess what? Who's more? You're right there, Doc.
Who's more over?
Sure.
What does over mean?
It means popular, Doc. Unlike your...
In what language?
Wrestling knees.
Does it mean popular?
Yes, it does. So when you're a wrestler and you're over with the fans, you're very popular with the fans. Whether you're a good guy or a bad guy, it doesn't matter. You're a good guy, they're going to pay money to come see you beat up the bad guy because you're popular. If you're a bad guy, they're gonna pay money to get you see your butt get kicked. But regardless, we do a segment, and we use the wrestling lingo as the title in the segment, and we compare two aspects of Star Wars: person, place, or thing, mineral, vegetable, doesn't matter. This week, after
we had the coronavirus versus Ebola.
Nice. This week, we have two competitors. Doc, who are they?
No, I'm not. Today is not my day to
Okay.
introduce this.
Spiro, who are they?
Spiro.
Oh my God.
Spiro, who is so excited about the non-canon battle that we fucking put
The
together today.
non-canon battle.
The non-canon battle.
Wait, Revan's in this battle?
Gush, 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 gush.
Versus
I'm back.
Revan.
All right, so on one side, we have a man who is not canon, who should be canon, a Sith Lord, a Sith warrior by the name of Darth Malgus, versus, who was it again?
You fucking kidding me, dude?
What a way to blow this.
Oh, wait, no.
Darth
I got
Bane,
it.
fucking jabroni.
Oh,
He is canon.
Mania. And against another Dark Lord of the Sith, who is canon, the man who put the rule of two into effect, and it cost him none other than Darth motherfucking Bane.
It cost him his life.
Life.
All right. Did we do a poll on our website?
Much like you, Papa Don, we did plenty of polls. Here we go. So, a lot of comments, a lot of polls.
I get it. That was funny, Doc. Look who decided to wake up after you put down Thor's hammer and decided to join the show. Thank you for joining us, Doc. You are a comedian.
I've been here all show. That's my mother. All right.
Mijo, stop. Be nice, mijo.
My corona cough.
And,
So, in typical,
We all got
and
it.
I won't put the sazon on the matzah for you again. Stop.
says the Italian woman.
Italian grandmother. Exactly. Oh boy. Anyway, so
It's very because it's not Puerto Rican. She's Italian.
very typical for the NFL fandom. We no one listens to instructions. So it seems that Darth Malgus went over with 3 votes to 1 on the poll, but there's many more comments than that, so we have to go through them to kind of add it all up.
Go ahead.
Well, let's see. Chuchi Figueroa. Darth
Chuchi.
Malgus all day, twice yesterday, which was Sunday Fun Day. Darth Bane might be a little more over with some fanboys trying to new GGP gown when he gets in the ring. I don't know what that means. But rule of 2 is one reason fanboys remember Bane and why they don't know how powerful Darth Malgus was.
Hold on a second. You laughed. Do you know what he's talking about this, Bill? Can you speak Chuchinese?
For the most part.
So what did he mean?
What did he say there again about his gown? What? He
Forget
said
it.
something.
Move on.
Oh, I
Move
know,
on.
but I just don't understand what.
He said Darth Bane might be a little more over with some fanboys trying to new GGP gown when he gets in the ring.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
All right. You laughed. I thought you knew what he meant. That's why. Anyway, go on.
Chuchi with that yayo.
I just know Chuchi, bro. Chuchi, let us know, brother.
Chuchi got high off his own supply. It's rule number 1. They didn't know how powerful Darth Malgus was with the dark side. Just my opinion. I can't wait to watch the show tomorrow, Wednesday. And Alex Arroyo, great shit. Hope TaTOYine is phenomenal like it usually is, man. Well, thanks for the shout out, Chuchi. You may not be on the AO after all. John Enright, Malgus was a badass. He took the fight to the Jedi Temple. Garrett Plunkett, I feel like I heard more people talk about Bane than Malgus, so I'm going to go with Bane. Dusty Mulholland, Bane with his Vader mask is way over. Papa Don comments, Dusty Mulholland, that's Malgus. Dusty Mulholland, well, I feel like a dumbass now. Whichever one with the breathing mask, I don't know these guys, but I like the look. Spiro, Dusty Mulholland. He had to wear that after Satil Shan force pushes him right through a mountain. Using the force, he can actually fight without it for a bit. He turned on the Sith Empire with his own army. Great story. Dusty says, nice. I'm going to look up more info on him. Thanks for the heads up, NFO. For life.
For fucking life.
Holly Garland, Dusty Mulholland, Demetrius Papadanu. So that's who's been flying Vader's X-Wing.
God, man.
What a shit show this week. I can't even fucking explain the shit show it was.
We could blame the fucking coronavirus, guys.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
That's it. That's our comments. And you know what? I'm so fucking lost. I can't even tell who won this week. But I'm gonna go with based on votes alone that it's gonna be Darth Jar Jar. No, sorry, Darth Malgus.
Listen, guys, we are trying to work this whole poll thing out. I mean, I know that didn't sound right, but anyways,
it sounded great, buddy.
Yeah, Facebook did something. They removed polls. We're trying to work that shit out. We fucking tried doing it through the website. People didn't get the memo.
Because they don't go to the website. They complain.
Yeah.
Website? What is it, 1997? What, you guys got dial-up AOL? I don't get it. What is the website? I want my NFO merch. Where can I get my NFO merch?
It's on www.nfo.angelfire.com.
Angel Fire. Angel Fire. I know
Spiro
Angel Fire.
knows what I'm talking about. So fucking 2000.
Oh man, dude, you're gonna
No
get
Angel
my ass in
Fire.
fucking trouble.
Why?
Yo, but shout out to the handful of you, okay, not including our parents that go to the website who have actually purchased merchandise. Thank you guys. You know, I wish everybody else would love us just as much as you do. But hey,
Why do you have a Theo somewhere in Greece rocking the mankini right now, the NFL mankini?
Yeah, sipping his ouzo out
And it's
of
a little
our mug.
frappedaki. Playing with his
Listen,
kumbuloy.
guys, that mug, it's not only for coffee. You want to use it for your coquito, for your ouzo, for your tequila, for your blue milk. You know, I know that some of you like that white milk, but hey, you know, anyways.
You could use it as Mama Arroyo. You could make a nice little sauce on Sunday and then put a little bit in the mug just to taste it, see if it's okay. You know what I mean?
Sip of the sauce.
With the gravy, whatever you Italians call it. Some call it sauce, some call it gravy. I don't know. You know, you're a little half in the bag anyway. So, all right. So, boys, let's go around the horn. Who do you guys pick?
Who goes first?
I'll go first. I'm gonna go. So,
hey Doc, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. I personally think that visually, Darth Malgus is over with me. I don't know. There's something very I know, Papa. The reason why you don't like him is because it's too Vader-esque. But there is something Vader-esque about him in that half mask with that bald head that's all fucking veiny and all zombie looking, sticking out the top.
White, just like Vader.
Yeah, I know. They kind of went over the top, but I kind of do like it. I like it. You know, it's like the natural progression of what Vader would have been if he took his helmet off. Just fucking menacing, more so than he was with the helmet on. Unlike what they did with Kylo when he took his fucking helmet off in the second movie. He was more menacing with the helmet on, but you take Vader's helmet off, he looks even fucking scarier. With that fucking zombie old face, it's all fucking fucked up and ragged. Darth Malgus, all day.
I'm going to go with Malgus as well. I know this isn't canon, guys, but Malgus is what, according to legends, Palpatine wished Vader would be. You know, the fucking issue there was that Anakin was just beyond destroyed, man. He lost the majority of his body and shit. Along with that went his power. You know, Palpatine saw a lot of things in Malgus that he loved. The fact that fucking Malgus decided that his wife was a hindrance and would hold them back from fulfilling his true potential. And, you know, he fucking killed him, man. He fucking killed his own wife. You know,
love him more already.
Yeah, exactly, right. Palpatine wanted Vader to do the same thing. He wanted to let go of his memory, of his love for fucking Padme. He felt that it held him back. And it did. Listen, man. Vader had a lot of shit to fucking deal with, you know, man. He was already hindered. So the fact that he held on to that made him even weaker in his eyes. Malgus, like they said in the comments, man, he fucking said, "Yo, fuck the fucking Sith Empire. I'm gonna be the fucking true Dark Lord." He had his own army. He took the fight to the Jedi. He took the fight to the Sith. I recommend people look him up, find his books, read them. Bane is awesome though, man. Bane's story also, man. If you guys haven't read anything on Bane, do yourself a favor and read it. You know, the guy, he had no idea that he was force sensitive till he was a fucking adult and shit. He worked in the mines. That's why when you see him, those who know what Bane looks like, he's all pale and shit. But he's a fucking another guy that's a monster of a man. Not the most powerful Sith, not the greatest duelist. Although in one of the books they claim that he could fucking cut through fucking raindrops and shit. Some stupid shit that is dumb. But you know, not to keep on going and take up everybody's time, man. Bane, you know, he got a hold of the holocron that Revan left, learned about the Ruler 2, realized that it was the best chance that the Sith had, because with all the infighting and the bullshit, they were never gonna win the fucking war. Tricked the damn Sith into, you know, going into this damn cave or some shit, into some battle. Came up with the fucking thought bomb, killed everybody. Him and his fucking apprentice escaped. A lot of great Bane stories followed, but again, I'm gonna go with Malgus. You know.
Did you say he came up with a thought bomb? Is that when he dropped a bunch of Puerto Rican chicks from the Bronx on somebody? The thought bomb?
The thought bomb. Yeah, it should have been that, you know.
I love how Spiro goes into who's more over. He builds up the guy so much that you think he's going to say one guy, and then at the end he goes, but I'm going to go with the other guy. Every single week, he gets me. I'm going to go with Bane, only because one reason only. He is canon. The other guy does not even exist in my world, so we're comparing something to nothing. But the one thing I hate about Bane, and hopefully they change in Legends, is that stupid mask you'd wear. It looked so horrible. It looked ridiculous. It looked like Hordak from Masters of the Universe on crack. Like a bootleg Hordak. You know what I mean? I did not like it.
I don't mean to cut you off, but yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that armor. The reason for that armor was that he ran into some form of a symbiote and shit that it fucking grafted onto his body, and it gave him this armor and shit. And if he were to peel that off, he would die. But yeah, man, fucking, I hated that shit.
It looked like a bad seafood, like a bad
yeah.
It looked like something like one of the henchmen from Pirates of the Caribbean 2 on the ship with Davy Jones would wear. You know what I mean? Like something like sea related. Anyway,
agreed.
Well, listen, we have some emails from our fans. First email is from a new emailer.
Tim Gilly.
How did you know? You went into the email?
New emailer, of course. You always say that.
A new email. You always say that. Oh, fuck you. How about that? Hey, NFO guys. This week's email is a double answer. This week, I am picking Darth Malgus. Simple answer. I like the outfit. It seems to be the precursor to Vader. According to my son, he's picking Bane because of his mastery of the Form 5 style. Yalla, NFO for life. All right, cool there, Tim. Next one we have is from Todd Santiago.
Chuchi.
Who's more over, Luke or Han, in parentheses? I want to see where he's going with this. Hey, new Force Order. Well, I voted a few times this week. Since the last 2 weeks I did, but wasn't right on the show. But it's all good with all the craziness in the world now. But Darth Malgus all day, twice past Sunday. Darth Bane with the rule of two and is probably why he has a great chance of being more over, but not with me. Malgus is a legit dark side badass, and that's why Darth Malgus is over with me. Stay safe, my friends, for life, and thank you. I will listen in and see show like I usually do 2 to 5 times. LOL. Until next week, man.
Yo, man, this fucking guy, this guy comes and he comments under his fucking ring name, and then he comes and he comments under his real name and shit.
He's getting his shit in twice. Love it.
Hold on, what ring name? Guys, he's a worker?
No, man. I'm just saying that, man. It's it's Chuchi.
No, I know it's Chuchi. All right, next one is from our friend, the B. Oh shit, I hit the wrong button. Hold on, B. Ass Master, Dusty Mulholland. Even though he's not canon, and in parentheses, like Revan, and from what I've read about him over this past week, I think Malgus is more over. I like his Vader breathing mask look. Supposedly, he was last seen frozen in carbonite. If that's the case, that means he could turn up at any point. Stay safe, NFO. Dusty the Master Baser.
The Master Baser? What?
Master Baser.
Oh,
maybe he likes to fish.
Bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, what can I tell you? You people out there, if you guys want us to talk about a certain topic in Star Wars lore, you guys just want to tell us how much you love us, how much you hate us, like Homeboy88. Let us know. NewForceOrder@yahoo.com is the email. You guys have a topic for us to go over? You guys want to talk about a certain toy that you may want to know more about for TaTOYine? Just hit us up. Email NewForceOrder@yahoo.com.
Hey man. Speaking of Homeboy 88, guess who decided to reply to us after our friendly phone call last week?
Chuchi Figueroa.
Yes, Homeboy 88. Check this out. I got this via the
question.
the website.
What did he respond? Oh, to the website he went to.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah.
So he's one of the 3 people that follow directions.
Yes, for all the shit that we give this guy, this guy is on point. He does what we tell him to do. Thank you for that. But nonetheless, here is his email. You know what? I was very surprised that you guys even read my message, let alone called me. Spiro and Doc, you guys are the shiznit. Papa Don, I'll see you in Southgate, homeboy. I heard the whole show. I know it's late, but I'm not on social media. My favorite part of the show is when you guys do the casino bit and say, "I'm over here now." You over here now? Where? Over here? I howled laughing the first time you guys did that, and I still get a kick out of it. Anyway, P.S. Revan not canon. Bro, come on, man.
He pulled the Spiro. He put you over and then went the other way.
Yeah. Well played there, homeboy 88. Well played. I'll see you soon, GGP. Peace. I'm out, homeboy.
Well, right. Homeboy, I hate to break the news to you. Because of this coronavirus, everything has been canceled. So I will not be in LA, Southgate, San Diego, which means whale's vagina. I wouldn't be anywhere on the 28th. But when the show does come back on a different date, I will let you know, and I'll be more than glad to say hello. And if you want to step up and you try something funny, you'll catch a fresh one, my friend. And then I'll tell you to go get your fucking shine box. I know times are rough now with this coronavirus. Everyone's getting shut up in the house. Everyone's getting locked up in the house. So you can't sell the oranges on the freeway to make a living. It's okay. No problem. So we understand your pain. But we do appreciate you writing in. We do appreciate you listening. Hell, I even appreciate you. I have no beef with you. I'll just pick on you because it's easy to do and it's funny to pop the boys. And that's exactly why I do it, to make Doc laugh and to make Spiro giggle. You know what I mean? But regardless of that, go on the website, go buy the NFO sombrero, and enjoy your day, my friend.
And the NFO orange peeler.
That's a good idea, man. We need one of those.
We have a little Darth Vader saber orange peeler with the NFO logo on it. You can go get it. Anyway, so that's more over. So there you go. Good pick, Spiro. Even though it doesn't count. Good pick.
You know what, man? That was Doc's picks. So Doc, great picks, man. Keep it up, man.
Listen, I had to throw my boy a bone over there.
Thank you.
Listen, I know you like throwing boys bones, but you don't got to bring your personal life here. So Doc, speaking about throwing bones,
$20. $20.
I understand. Trust me, you know how many oranges freaking homeboy has to sell to make $20? Listen, it's about that time to break forth the rhythm and the rhyme. You got yours?
I got mine.
All right. So let them know, what time is it?
Thanks, Marky Mark. Well, you know what time it is, everybody? It's time.
It's
Mark. Time. It's time for our producer to drop in the Kama Sutra jingle right now.
Oh, yeah.
And we're back. It's time for the Star Wars Kama Sutra, boys. This kind of feels like we're on the downswing now because we had the author for the Star Wars Kama Sutra here last week. I mean, can you get the peak of the peak? After that, what do we do? It's only down from here, right? I guess so.
Down where?
Down here. So let's get nasty, shall we? I was thumbing through the Kama Sutra earlier.
You cheated. We got to pick a page.
All right, want to pick a page? Fine.
Let's pick page 66.
Page 66.
Ah.
Or order 66.
Very good, John. Nothing gets by you, Captain Obvious.
It's also double of 33, which is a very
Larry Bird.
Yes, but it's also a very conspiracy theorist number.
Oh, because the 33 has to do with the Masons?
That's a show for a different time. Anyway, page 33.
Such a mark.
This is perfect for you, Papa Dog, because it applies to you perfectly.
I didn't say 33. I said 66.
66. Sorry, page 66 applies to you perfectly. It's called Size Matters Not.
Ooh.
That was dope. Good leader.
And it stars two figures. One of them is Yoda, and the other is the Rancor.
Jesus.
I can just picture it now.
Yes, I'm sure you can.
Oh man.
Would you like to throw a guess out too as what you think this is gonna involve?
I would think it would involve gimmick infringement on Dr. Arroyo during med school with one of the nurses called Big Bertha down in the snack room because he didn't have change. She didn't have change for a 20, and she had to give him a couple of dollars for the vending machine so he can get that chocolate to stay up all night, and he had to pay for it the hard way.
So here's the problem: the snack room is way too fucking lit to do anything like that inside of it.
I didn't say inside the snack room. I said you needed money for the vending machine in the snack room.
So you are correct. And size matters not. Doc, who's playing the part of Yoda today, is mounting the Rancor, who is Big Bertha, from the back. Now, Big Bertha has a mouth nice and wide open, and as true fashion of Big Bertha, who was in my hospital, she's missing a couple of teeth, and the rest of them are kind of snaggled up. But because Yoda doesn't give a shit, and he's a gangster, he's letting Bertha know that size, indeed, matters not.
Question: Is that a prototype for the Rancor flashlight?
I would really hope not, because that looks like it's going to hurt. But as they say in the business, anything's a pussy if you have a good imagination.
Jesus.
What business is that?
I have no idea.
Business? Have you been doing a little moonlighting as a porno actor?
A little side.
No, not my mijo. Not my mijo.
Everybody's got a past, man.
So page 66, size matters not in the Kama Sutra, boys. That one is a little disturbing. Thank you, Eric, a.k.a. SN Herder.
Well, you know what, dude? We'd have to hear a haiku to follow that one up. So enlighten us with your little haiku.
I believe we need to wash the palate out of that one. Hold on.
Oh, yes, we do.
Okay. Oh, you know what? This one ties directly into that one. This is perfect. This is like fate. By my size, you judge. It isn't the saber length, but the force unleashed.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I like the haiku
Quite the
better than the pictures, dude. I
It
really do.
adheres to the haiku rules again.
That's awesome, dude. That is good, clever editing.
There's a couple good ones on there.
Indeed.
Well, Doc, enlighten us now with your toy collection, please. I think it's time for
TaTOYine.
Ta-
TaTOYine.
Oh, we're going TaTOYine, boys.
TaTOYine.
I feel so special when I get like
TaTOYine, motherfucker.
back-to-back double segments. Here we go, TaTOYine this week.
Well, we have
All
to
right,
keep you awake somehow because you
I
haven't
know.
joined the show at all.
I put down my paints.
Every episode is episode 7, man.
That's
Yes.
it.
All day long. Okay, so this week, we're gonna break out something special,
Oh,
boys.
shit.
Is that
Look
Anakin?
at that.
Oh boy, it's not just any Anakin, okay? From Hot Toys, from my
Oh,
favorite
shit.
company that's currently not importing anything because the coronavirus has got them on the fucking Lizzie lockdown.
Lizzie
This is Hot Toys Anakin Skywalker, but it's not just any Anakin Skywalker.
You just said
It is the Sideshow exclusive because they have the exclusive deal to distribute Hot Toys throughout the States. And it is the dark side Anakin Skywalker. Not the light side, the dark side Anakin Skywalker. Its number is MMS 486, not 469. Movie masterpiece.
46. Got it.
There he goes. The box art is always so beautiful. Amazing. Looks gorgeous. You got him about to decapitate Count Dooku in the bottom right-hand corner over there. In the middle, you got him fighting Obi-Wan Kenobi on Mustafar. And at the end,
Greatest
you
fight
have
scene of all time.
I agree. And at the end, in the corner over here, you have him brandishing his lightsaber, eyes all red, nasty looking. On the back, you have the Vader helmet kind of hovering ominously, foretelling the future, a little foreshadowing. So let's peel off the layer. Here we go.
The greatest story ever told, man.
I agree. All right. So first thing first, what does my boy Anakin come with in the deluxe edition of this special Sideshow exclusive? Annie. He comes with a little Mustafar smelting droid base. So it's already splashed up in the air. It looks like all the crap is on there. Apparently it lights up. The batteries are somewhere inside here. I haven't put them in yet. But the whole thing lights up, which is pretty dope. This is a 2018 release. I'm surprised it was still actually available on the website because it's been kind of kicking around for a little bit. And this is one of the better Anakins. Usually Sideshow sells out pretty much immediately with their shit when they drop exclusives like this, but this one was still sticking around. I don't know why, which is cool. But the base lights up, the whole bottom part comes up. You could stand Anakin on top of that there. Let's see what else we got inside here. So we come with the two sabers as usual. We got the saber that has the blade that has the kind of flashing fan-like look to it.
The
So it looks
motion
like he's
blur.
wiping it exactly, the motion blade.
Don't like that.
Well, it's good when you're doing scenes. And then this one is the other one where you plug in the regular blade. You can switch it out for the motion blade. You can switch it out for the motion blade. It looks like he's bringing the noise.
What's he doing?
Bringing the noise. We have the
No,
we
what's
also
the
have
noise?
vroom, 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 vroom. It sounds like Scooby-Doo. You also got the blade that lights up from the hand over there. Here you go.
Move away.
over here. So you could detach the arm of Anakin and stick in the blade that lights up. I have to put the batteries in that one as well, but it lights up, which is great. That's a non-detachable blade from the hand, just so you can kind of get a little light up action. Something else Anakin comes with, which is awesome, is at least once, is the robotic hand. Ooh. As you can see there, that you could change inside over there. So he's got a full robotic arm. It's not even the hand. It's literally like from the elbow down with the robotic arm. That's fucking dope. Yep. And even better, which is something you don't see very often in these action figures anymore, which I really kind of miss from the old Toy Biz Marvel Legends. The fingers are articulated on that. Take a look at that. You can each digit of the finger, each joint of the finger, just like a human hand, is articulated. So you can make your boy Anakin celebrate one of my favorite holidays, which was yesterday. No, it's not steak and a blowjob day. That's 3/14, not 3/16. 3/16 is what day? Oh, hell yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin Day. You can give him the middle finger, the bird salute.
He tells me he's going to go put some KY on that fucking hand and give himself a hand job.
That is the smallest hand I've seen in my entire life, all right? That wouldn't fit around my massive penis.
Yeah, it would make it look massive for once.
Anyway, got some hands inside here as well. You got the Anakin Force hand. He's got the little two fingers out to like knock away some droids over there. You got an open hand that has no glove on it. Again, you have the gripping hand. You have the Force choke hand, which is dope. You got some more plain hands over here. Open hand, closed hand, Force choke hand again on the other opposite side. You got some extra joints just in case you break them. I don't know what these little things are over here. Probably for his eyeballs. Anyway, and then the coup de grace is our homeboy. Oh, man, this is gorgeous. But take a look. The likeness, spot on. See my boy Hayden over there? Doesn't get enough love. Doesn't get enough love in the world. Look at them eyeballs.
Dope.
Wow. Fantastic. Look at a handsome dude. Doesn't get enough love. The hair looks perfect. Going back, I'll show you the back of the head, how amazing that looks. Looks great. The robes are nice and silky. They feel like velvet. What is that, velvet? Boots.
What is that, velvet?
Typical Jedi robes and boots, as we've seen a zillion times before on the Hot Toys. They really do an awesome job getting these done. Let's carve them out of these little plastic pieces over here without fucking ripping anything, because that would suck ass. Hot Toys, as high end as you can get when it comes to somewhat affordable collectibles. Boots are leather as well, as they come down to the plastic on the bottom. The whole tunic is leather as well. If you pull up Anakin's arm, he's got what we were used to in the Clone Wars, with him having the gauntlet armor against his arm. Again, this arm pops off, and you could put in the mechanical arm on top of there as well. On the opposite side, he does not have that gauntlet armor. He just has the regular hand. This is the fist hands that he comes with stock on there. The robes are in at least 3 or 4 different pieces. He's got his belt as well, where you can pull his various little Jedi capsules off there on the side, these little pouches. He's got a spot that he could actually hook his lightsaber to as well. That's odd because they don't give you a clip to put the lightsaber from the lightsaber itself, but oh well, that's life. But just about a perfect representation, and it's really hard to see because I can't get close enough for you guys in the camera, but he's really got the Sith eyes.
Nice.
He's got the I've been smoking a little too much yayo choochie. And I need the Visine before I go see my mom. This figure's dope. Well worth the $270 price tag, I think it was, plus tax and shipping. As the deluxe edition, Anakin Skywalker, exclusive to Sideshow. He's evil. They also have one that he is the not evil Anakin Skywalker. But who really wants that one? This is the real deal right here. And you could even give him the hood, which is articulated, the tip of the hood. So there's a bendy wire inside there, so you can give him the breakdown of the hood, and you can like pull it forward and have the really, I'm pensive and I'm about to kill all these motherfucking little younglings because they're driving me crazy because they don't have a school in the next month and a half. There you go.
Nice.
There you go. Oh shit, man, that's dope. Oh, hardly get better. I love this one. It's great. Oh, see his head comes off. There you go.
You put the good guy head on there too?
Oh no, there's no good guy head, unfortunately. They only gave you the bad guy head. That was it. So that's TaTOYine this week, boys.
Well,
Beautiful.
That's pretty cool, man.
Anakin's a beautiful figure.
You did it again. Obviously.
Here we go. Let's recreate the scene, okay? In my opinion, Obi-Wan, the Jedi are evil. I just took his coat off. Join me.
If you're not with me, then you're my enemy. All right, Doc, enough playing with your toys.
All right, sorry. Sorry, I love to.
Well, boys and girls, you too can afford all these lavishing toys if you do the favor for Big Bertha and get paid.
You
But
just
regardless of that,
have to be willing to fight the coronavirus at the front lines, too.
there you go. He's in the trenches on Hoth, fighting the AT-ATs. He's in the hospital on the front line fighting the coronavirus. He's at home fighting the wife because she put too much Manischewitz on the table. But it's all good in the hood because no one messes with Dr. Destroyer, Alex Arroyo, the man, the myth, the legend, the man with the kung fu grip, the man who mesmerizes us with his toys every week.
Just ask my penis. It knows it has a kung fu grip.
And the man who goes way too far each and every time for your entertainment and ours. But anyhow, boys, I think that's a wrap. I have nothing else to fucking talk about. Let them know where they can find you guys at.
You can find me at Dr. DESTROYO on Instagram, Alex Arroyo on Facebook, Alex Arroyo MD on Twitter.
And you can find me on Instagram, Spiro_A, also Darth_Spiridon on Facebook. I have a page, Rational Rage, where I post things about politics and just this fucked up society we live in general. Check it out, like it. Also, Handsome Reaper Productions on Facebook. It's coming back. It's coming back. Be prepared. Be ready. It's coming back. That's it.
Well, you can find me at Greeka Papadon on Twitter, Instagram, Demetrius Papadon on Facebook. Pro Wrestling Tees / Greeka Papadon is my Pro Wrestling Tee stores. You get your GGP merch. Doc, please stop making noise with your toys, please. I appreciate it. Thank you.
My mic is muted. Thank you. That's Spiro.
What am I doing?
He's not doing anything. He's moving your mic with the Force, the dark side of the Force. Anyhow, tomorrow night you can catch me on the Conspiracy Horseman podcast on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Conspiracy Horseman. Myself, Ben Hammond, Stevie Richards, Big Sal Graziano, 4 pro wrestlers talking about free thought, always questioning the narrative, self-enlightenment, and conspiracy theories. I would say you can catch me at your next wrestling event, but they've all been canceled thanks to this horrible coronavirus. Go fuck yourself, coronavirus. Anyway, more importantly, you can find the three of us at NFO_podcast on Twitter, New Force Order on Instagram, official New Force Order on Facebook. Our email is newforceorder@yahoo.com. The website, newforceorder.com. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for giving us your time and your ears. And thank you for joining us for another exciting edition of the New Force Order podcast. We will hopefully entertain you while the chips are down and everyone is locked in their house fighting over toilet paper. But you'll always count on us to keep you laughing and entertained. And at the end of the day, if you want an orange and you're living in LA, go knock on Homeboy's house. He'll sell it to you straight from his doorstep, considering he can't leave the house anymore. We got to support everybody so everybody can make a living. Anyway, thanks again, people. This has been a great edition of the new Force Order.
For life.
And that's just too sweet.
Henceforth, execute. Forget it. We got to postpone it. I have the coronavirus.